Do you ever wonder why so many things nowadays are called digital? Digital clocks, digital cameras, digital computers. Why are digital devices so prevalent and how do they work? To start, let's talk about the opposite of digital, which is called analog. Things that are analog are continuous. They represent a spectrum that includes infinite values. That means to change the value of analog signals, all you have to do is change the signal strength a tiny bit. Digital signals, by contrast, are intended to only have two settings, on and off. Or, some people describe these as ones and zeros. Does that mean digital signals can only describe two options? Isn't that kinda useless? Well, we can use binary to encode more values into the signal, even if all we have are ones and zeros. For example, the number 13 in binary looks like this. That means if we wanted to display 13 as an analog signal, it would look like this. And if we wanted to display 13 as a digital signal, it might look like this instead. But doesn't this seem a little more complicated? Why do we like digital so much? Well, if you're sending these signals electrically from one device to another through wires, the wires will actually leach some of that energy out of the signal. And in analog, if that drain is big enough, that can actually change the reading. Digital signals are still readable, even if their strength drops a little though. Now you might ask, but break a bell. Won't enough leaching still eventually affect digital signals too? If you pass a signal between devices, and then on to another, and then another, and that drains it, won't your ones eventually still turn to zeros? Or at least become hard to tell? Well, digital devices don't actually pass the same signal they receive straight through them. Instead, when they need to pass data along, they read it and then generate a fresh new matching signal to send forward. If that's not clear, let's use an analogy that might be easier to imagine. Pretend you're taking a long, multi-stop road trip across the country, and you're bringing your mom's delicious homemade soup to your friend at the end. The soup might be better hot, like chicken noodle, or it might be intended to be chilled, like gazpacho. Either way, both soups deserve to be served at the proper temperature. If you take the same cup of soup your mom made at home, all the way through all the stops on your trip, it doesn't matter if it started hot or cold, your friend will only get it at room temperature. How disappointing. But if instead, at every stop you let a chef eat your current cup of soup, and then replicate it fresh at the right temperature, you'd constantly have a container of appropriately heat-managed soup. And then your friend can enjoy fresh, piping hot, or chilled cold soup, served as it was intended to be. And that's how digital devices keep our signals clean and delicious. If you liked this video and it made you hungry for more similar content, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. And I'll see you guys next time.